Every day that you log into social media, you probably feel like there's a billion products influencers and celebrities are launching as the new thing that'll solve whatever health or fitness problem you have. From Kourtney Kardashian's Lemme Sleep to Alex Cooper's electrolyte drink, Bloom drinks, the list goes on. You heard right, friends. I've been testing all these products we've been seeing consistently online, whether it be from influencers or just being bombarded by social media ads. And I've tested them all to see what's actually worth your money or is just marketing, because everything is marketing or cute packaging. Step one, I gotta fly to America. Oh, Canada. Because I'm Canadian, and yeah, a lot of these products aren't here. So for you guys and for me to find an excuse to expense Stagecoach, I went to America.
So cute, oh my god.
Product number one, Bloom. Now you've probably seen Bloom sneakily marketed in many, many of different influencers' things, but not specifically just the Bloom green drink, because you've heard about that. I wanted to test the energy drink. Does this beat Alani Monster? I've heard a lot of the younger folks aren't even drinking coffee. They're not even going to Starbucks for the Frappuccino. They're just drinking Bloom energy drink. I've heard this. Please comment down below if you're under the age 18 in America and this is a thing, but let's see how it is. Okay, first attempt, cherry lime. One of cherry flavored things, one of my favorite, if done right. Otherwise it tastes like medicine. It's not even cold and it's actually delicious. Phenomenal. Very chuggable. Raspberry lemon. Raspberry lemonade is one of my favorite flavors. So I got high hopes for this. Oh, phenomenal. Yep. Wow. That's a 4.5 out of 5. Wow. She nailed these flavors. Overall, yeah, it's a nice option. Will I still drink Alani and Monster? Yep. But it was delicious. Nailed it. And it's cute. It's cute. In terms of the formulation of Bloom, some things to note. It doesn't have biotin like something like Alani. One thing I actually like is it has, yes, 100% of your vitamin B6 and B12, which will help with it. But it's a lot better than some energy drinks, which have like 2,000, which I just doesn't seem good. And so it just seems like a very simple energy drink in terms of ingredients. It comes from creatine extract, but it is a pretty like crisp, simple, in a good way, energy drink formulation. Next up, special delivery, Unwell by Alex Cooper, which is a hydration drink. So this is the new thing in the beverage industry now. It's not just the Gatorades and the LMNT that are really catered towards athletes. There's also this hydration section, think Prime, all that. And it tends to just be a bit more for the average person hydrating. We have Unwell, kiwi pineapple, rapid hydration and focus. Why rapid? What would make it rapid? Honestly, decent amount of sodium. Not bad. Not bad. I expected worse. I expected like Prime, which doesn't have sodium, which don't come at me with that. Is it carbonated? If it's carbonated, this is over. Not carbonated. It's light. It's refreshing. Like it doesn't feel overly flavored. I drink again. It's okay. Dare I say simple. Oh, there's caffeine in it. I've drank a lot of caffeine today. Oh, okay. How much? But it doesn't say how much. Green bean coffee extract. Should say how much caffeine is in it. Gently caffeinated, so not much. Do the mango citrus. Best enjoyed Unwell. So it's really marketed towards a hangover drink. That is lovely. That is lovely. 3.8 out of 5. Would drink again, not the best. Okay, but what about orange? I'm not gonna. Pronouncing words isn't my strong suit. It tastes like orange flavored medicine. I won't lie, like orange Flintstone vitamin, which 1 out of 5. Sorry. Ugh. Okay, we're at Stagecoach, hungover, and we're gonna test if Unwell really will make us well. You want mango? Yeah. I know my best friend. That's nice. That's good. I like it. Overall, I'm impressed. She nailed it. Is it the perfect formula? No. But overall, like if I'm in America and I'm hungover, yeah, I'll drink this. Now the formulation Unwell. At first I thought it was gonna fall into this new like category that isn't even electrolytes, it's like hydration. it's kind of marketed a little as electrolytes, but if you look, none of them have sodium, so refuse to call them electrolyte. And even on the bottle, you'll see they say hydration. Something, by Logan Paul and Messier. They're really coconut water with some extra vitamins is what they are, which is fine for the average person just looking for a little fun way to get some water in. But for someone who really is sweating a lot, you need sodium. So that's why sodium is the biggest thing you need in an electrolyte supplement. In terms of Unwell, she's neither hydration or electrolyte. I actually would classify her as a hangover remedy because specifically the caffeine. One thing that can help a little bit with hangovers is caffeine. Is why I wouldn't consider it an electrolyte supplement for performance. But if you're hungover, honestly, is it perfect? No, but that's exactly what it's designed for. And I'm actually really happy to see a good dose of sodium in it compared to a lot of other brands. It's only 500 milligrams, which still isn't as much as I take in a supplement. It's just nice to see versus these other ones. So I wouldn't consider it hydration. I wouldn't even consider it electrolyte. I consider it a pure hangover cure. Now this one's just kind of funny one. Saratoga is everywhere because of Aston Hall and that morning routine that went crazy viral. And I've never seen it anywhere in Canada, so I just want to try how it tastes.
Okay, then I thought this would be fun to test this. So you haven't seen the 3:52 a.m. Ashton morning routine?
Dude, I swear I live under a wall.
You do. Anyways, the famous water. You have to see it.
It looks
if
pretty
you haven't
elite.
seen it. It's apparently really good. But as a skincare specialist, I appreciate he puts a big bucket of ice water with it. And he dumps his face.
It's very extra.
Yeah, it's incredibly extra. And it's every shot is product placement.
Oh.
But apparently everyone's it is really good.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that level of carbonation. It's like champagne.
The champagne of water.
Do you like it overly carbonated? Yeah. Oh, you don't?
Well, I don't mind it, but it's sometimes hard to drink.
I like it when it burns.
Oh.
Yeah. Cheers. Oh, that is nice. It's really carbonated.
Oh, it's very carbonated.
Oh, that's actually really good.
You need a lime in it.
Oh, that'd be nice. It tastes flavorful. For water,
That's good.
I've also been drinking Dasani for the last 2 days, so I think anything tastes good.
Really?
That's what we have in the fridge.
Oh.
I'll say 9.5 out of 10.
I like it.
That's really good.
10 out of 10 on the drinks.
Will not buy again at that price point.
Now, the epitome of celebrity product, influencer marketing. Lemme Sleep. This is actually the debloat. I cannot escape it. I don't know, just every influencer girl is trying this. So I'm what is this? This is hard for me to get. So let's test the sleep.
No, she was saying certain things. It was progressively too sane. So when I pull myself out, I really know what was going on.
It says take 30 minutes before bed. It's been 20 minutes and I'm just cruising. Not any more tired than I'd be normally on the couch. I'm sleepy. It's my bedtime.
I'm Keltie here. I just scrolled on my phone for 15. Am I sleepy? Yeah, but I thought this would be just knock me the F out. It's suspicious, but I'm sleepy. I'm ready to go to bed now. Bye.
So, night after, I just looked at my Arrae. My REM and deep sleep were actually worse than the night before. But I definitely was sleepy. I had a good sleep. I'm just disappointed because according to TikTok, people were saying this would knock you the F out. And I didn't have that experience. I was oh yeah, that was a nice little sleep thing. And I'm not someone who takes sleep supplements every night, so it's not I'm adapted to it. I save it for when I need it. So
I personally, though, don't think you should be taking this every day. Is melatonin in it? And as layman terms as it is melatonin is a hormone produced by your body. And so it's something you should talk to your doctor about if you should take melatonin long term. This is not something you should take lightly. I always think anything hormonal that you take in terms of supplements or prescription, there is a risk that your body stops producing it as much because you're taking it orally. The classic example I give is testosterone. One risk someone taking testosterone supplementation when they get older is or steroids is it suppresses your body's ability to make it. And melatonin is kind of in that. So once again, talk to your doctor. I do use melatonin when I travel. It's a great way to reset your circadian rhythm. So the week leading up to traveling, it's somewhere I'll be jet lagged. I do start taking melatonin a bit earlier every night to kind of start setting my circadian rhythm because melatonin sets your circadian rhythm. And then as soon as I arrive, I do it. But I just think of it as resetting your circadian rhythm. So when you get tired and when you wake up, instead of just improving your sleep quality. And the other things in this would be great things for it. So I would say this is a great thing to have if you're traveling to Europe this summer. And I did enjoy it. It did make me sleepy, but talk to your doctor about taking melatonin long term. Every doctor is going to say something different, but it's important what's important to you. Now, I also got the debloat and the curb the craving, and today is going to actually be the perfect day to test this because yesterday this is going to sound like hard flex, it was really slow, a 28K run. And when that happens is I have to eat all my food later in the day. Also, I'm just swollen all this. So yeah, I'm always bloated after a long run day. So we're gonna test it. And also I'm going through some medical stuff right now and I've got to take all this medication, yada, yada. Moral of the story is I got a pretty good understanding of my cravings and hunger cues, but they're a little bit all over the place. So let's see if this Lemme curb craving support curbs my cravings because I'm just kind of in like permanent PMS right now. I was just about to go in the kitchen and grab a chocolate and then I realized, I'm like, no, we're gonna instead have a Lemme curb. In my mind, this will be like caramel flavored, but then I saw they were red. Does the packaging not give caramel? Do you say caramel or caramel? Taste test? That will pull out a filling. Kind of tastes like a fruit roll-up, but a bit more medicine-y. Very chewy. That was fun. Right now, I'm like, oh, I don't need a little sweet treat because that was a little sweet treat. So that's my hypothesis. Now, if I can make it to lunch without going for another sweet treat. Okay. Major red flag. I just saw these have 2,083% of your daily intake of vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 is great. But most people who fall victim to the Lemme gummies are also the same girls who drink Alani. Energy drinks have a crazy amount of vitamin B12. So I think a lot of the population that have these are probably consuming way too much vitamin B12 and I don't know the consequences of that. But if you're an energy drinker or like pre-workout kind of gal, proceed with caution. Talk to a medical professional. Update, I took it about 45 minutes, an hour-ish ago, and it's approaching lunchtime, and I'm still hungry for lunch. So by no means is this like a hunger suppression. But it was like, I wasn't craving chocolate or like a little, but I don't know if it's really the fact it's the supplement or the fact I just got the little hit from it. So is it placebo? Maybe with a little bit of some stuff to it that can help curb your craving. So it's kind of works. Is it a miracle cure like Ozempic or anything like that? Not even close. But yeah, you could probably make a little sweet treat energy ball with some fiber that will keep you full and have that as a little oof in between meals when you feel a little peckish and need a little bit of that dopamine hit, which I'm a big dopamine hit lover. So overall thoughts? It was fun. We'll probably collect dust. Also, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that that was probably really frustrating for some people who really struggle with their weight or hunger or something, because that is something I don't personally struggle with. So I wanted to also give some tips and recommendations from like a registered dietitian. I'm going to actually use the recommendation from Abby Sharp, and she has something called her Hunger Crushing Combo, which is taking a fiber, a fat, and a protein and making sure to have all three of those. And that combo is going to be so satisfying, keep you full, because the fiber slows things down, so it takes longer to move through your system. So does fat. It's going to help keep you fuller. It tends to be volume. Proteins at the same time take longer to digest versus a simple sugar. So that's going to help with your hunger and keep you fuller longer. So if you're someone though, you know, who I myself love a little dopamine hit between meals, and I love a little piece of chocolate, and you know that I'm not going to change that. So I'm not going to demonize that at all. But if you're someone who's really struggling with that, is thinking of like a little sweet treat, a little dopamine hit that kind of maybe has that hunger crushing combo. So whether it be like an energy ball that has some oats, a nut butter and protein powder that you could make, or you could have a little veg plate with, you know, some carrots and cucumber and celery and hummus and some cottage cheese, or another quick thing, you know, just a little piece of a whole grain bread or crackers or something like that with some almond butter or an avocado, and then, you know, a little protein source on the side, whether it be some deli meat, yogurt or protein shake, like something like that. But just think of something equivalent of like a little sweet treat, give you that dopamine hit, but is actually going to keep you fuller longer. And why I would probably recommend that, as much as I love supplements, I do take supplements, they definitely serve a purpose, is I always try and think of like, how do they supplement? They don't replace a healthy habit I should establish. Do you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't just take omega-3 pills and never eat salmon. But at the same time, if you don't have access to salmon every day, omega-3 pills are a great option, and I still take them as like an additional insurance. But yeah, so there is just my recommendation of like a healthy habit you could probably try establishing instead of buying buying like, in essence, quick fix. Okay, I'm currently feeling very bloated from just everything. A lot of food in my stomach, a lot of stress, a lot of medication, everything. It's midday, have 2 meals in me, a lot of liquids. A little taste test. Those are yummy. I would eat the whole thing like candy. Problematic. Yum. I feel no different. So yeah, the debloat has absolutely nothing I can recommend for debloating. It is something long-term. It has a probiotic blend. And the thing about probiotics is there's something you gotta build in your stomach. And once you have all these happy, in layman's terms, bacteria in your stomach, you're less likely to be bloated long time because you just have a healthier gut microbiome. But actually, taking probiotics can cause bloating at the start because it's just you're introducing something new, you don't know how it's gonna react. So quite often, it's a really common side effect of taking probiotics is bloating. And then eventually it leads to less bloating. So it's kind of like building the muscle of your gut in, once again, very layman terms. And so the debloat is a little bit, should be better explained because I'm like, they do got some probiotics in there. I can't imagine chewy gummies are the best ways to get probiotics to you because one of the hardest things about getting probiotics is getting it to your gut before the rest of your body breaks it down. That's why things like seed and all that like have their fancy capsule. So I just can't ethically recommend this. It just doesn't seem worth your time and money because I think a lot of people are taking this thinking they'll debloat right away when it's more of like probiotics take time and there's way better use of probiotics. Is it fun to take? Yes. And personally, the Lemme curb did nothing. All it did was it was sweet and it was a little treat. So I had a little craving for a sweet and I got this. So I was like, oh, I got my little sweet. So like you could just save your money and buy candy for that little quick fix. But at the same time, there is like some things in there that could help a little bit, but it's just one of those, if you really want, I'm not gonna recommend Ozempic, but like, you know, that will curb your cravings. This might just, it satisfies your cravings, dare I say. Now, Andrew Huberman's yerba mate drink.
That's really good.
Let's try it. I'm about to be a major Andrew Huberman hater. Yerba mate, specifically the brand Matina. I hope I pronounced that right.
Matina.
So I don't know if this is an Andrew Huberman's brand or he's just like a major partner or owner in it, investment. Anyways, this is his new thing. He's talked about it a lot on there. Obviously, he did not invent yerba mate. It's quoted, "It's a naturally energizing plant native to the lush heartlands of South America. Enjoyed by millions every day, this beloved brew elevated our routine with its unique, sustained, and gentle lift. Let its delightful essence and vibrant energy inspire us to share meaningful moments and focus on what's most important." But yes, it is a tea often drank in South America, very popular there. And I'm all for yerba mate. A lot of people like it. It's kind of like the same reason people like having matcha instead of coffee. Yerba mate is kind of like that. It's more like sustained, not as big of a up and crash, but more sustained boost. So I'm gonna taste test all these, but I already know I'm gonna be a major hater and you'll see why. Start with the original. Annoy everyone. 120 milligrams caffeine. Tastes like iced tea. Very refreshing. Palate cleanser. Raspberry use. Raspberry, one of my favorite flavors. Raspberry lemonade, blue ras. Tastes like raspberry tea. Refreshing. Both are really like very subtly sweet. So if like you like the sweetness of an energy drink, you probably won't like this. But if you think an energy drink is too sweet, you'll probably like this. And this flavor appeals to me. Mango key lime. This is giving my best friend Lexi because she loves key lime pie and mango. I almost should have just given this to her. Ooh, that's refreshing. Delicious. And it's about equivalent of 2 shots of espresso. 20 calories per can, 0 grams of sugar, and I will never purchase again. Honestly, I've had a nice little umph from that. They're delicious, they're scrumptious, it's good sustainable energy. There is no way in hell I'm wasting my under 400 milligram consumption of caffeine a day on something that is not coffee or carbonated. I'm sorry. This is not carbonated, will not purchase. Why? Because the only reason I probably drink energy drinks is the carbonation. I'm addicted to carbonation. I love it so much, and I love coffee so much. That's why I don't drink pre-workout, because coffee and sparkling energy drink is just pure bliss. So unfortunately, I will drink all these. The nice thing is because they're not carbonated, I don't have to drink them all at once. So these won't go to waste. I'll put them in the fridge and I'll drink them. Delicious, great product. if you don't like carbonation, don't like overly sweet things, here's the energy drink for you. But for us psychopaths that want something sickeningly sweet, carbonated, let's not waste our caffeine. I almost feel bad reviewing this one because I knew I was gonna hate it at the start. I'm like, just put carbonation in it. But I know not everyone likes carbonation. So here, this is for you, not for me. Blasphemy. Now, 2 bonus ones I'm also gonna include because I've actually been using these over the last 1 to 3 years is Arrae supplements and Symbiotica, which you're probably just bombarded with ads from. First, Symbiotica, if you didn't know, it's pretty much a supplement brand, but they have it in these little packages. So it's kind of like a gel or liquid that you just or you add to drinks, and then they just have a wide variety of supplements. And I've tried a whole bunch, and I'm gonna be honest, the vitamin C is absolutely delicious. There's health benefits of taking a lot of vitamin C. Look into it, do your own research there, but personally, I like it. I do see improvement in my skin when I do it, and the best thing about this is it tastes delicious, so I actually do it. Versus the vitamin C pill, I just fall off, but these are more expensive. So you gotta weigh the odds there. Now, some of their other things, this Golden Mine I try in brain health, I took 2 of them and then I forgot it existed. The magnesium, I do like it, the vanilla cream, but it's just one of these things, I don't know, something about it being so expensive is like, I'm so fragile about it because I'm like, oh, I have to reorder. So I find I don't actually really use it that much, the Symbiotica, just because they're so expensive. So it's kind of like a treat myself moment. So both of these are probably 6 months old. So like, I don't take it consistently and you have to take it consistently. So that's my problem. If you're rich, these are delicious. They're so much fun. I want to take them, but I just can't buy them because like I said, I'm like, oh, maybe this week I'll treat myself to, you know what I mean? It's just out of my budget. But the one thing I do buy is the detox, and it's probably placebo. But the detox, I take that with an LMNT pack before I go to bed after a night drinking. And since I've been doing that, I have not had a hangover, minus I feel sleepy in the morning. It's probably the LMNT and the placebo, but in my mind it works. And that I'm not drinking that often. So, you know, I just buy 1 pack a year and it lasts all girl trips and that. But I don't know if it's placebo, but wow, that combo, I got all my friends on it. What actually helps with the hangover is one thing is you get dehydrated when you drink. And when you need to hydrate, you don't just need water, you also lose electrolytes, especially in the hot summer days, specifically for sports and working out and exercise, you're gonna lose those electrolytes. And my favorite way to replenish is of course LMNT because of its 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, which is amazing scientifically based ratio for replenishing the electrolytes you lose when you sweat, which I think that's just what a lot of other brands where they fall is they just don't have as much of that, and it's more bang for your buck. You're getting high quality, science-based ratio, and you're getting a lot per serving when you think about it that way. Like versus these other brands, you would have to drink multiple of them to get the same amount you get in 1 package of LMNT. And the flavors, I love the citrus, the grapefruit, it tastes delicious. It's trusted by the NFL, NBA, NHL. And of course, I want to talk about it so much in this video and not give you guys a code. So if you go to drinklmnt.com/Keltie, you will get one of their bestseller packets, which is a great way to try their most popular flavors or share with a friend. Once again, that's drinklmnt.com/Keltie. Thank you, LMNT, for sponsoring this video. Arrae ads, go away. Now, I actually like some of the Arrae products. My problem is its marketing is quite toxic. It's like, for example, their creatine is called toned. We know the word tone doesn't exist. You can't tone a muscle, you just build a muscle or you don't. What people really think of as toned is like low body fat percentage with some muscle. At the end of the day, if you build muscle, the word tone doesn't exist. There's no real like way to make your muscle look toned versus just building muscle, like it's the same thing. But at the same time, if using the word tone gets women to weightlift because they're scared, I'm not against it. So sometimes I also understand like if we can get women taking creatine, it's so great. So if we do show women like, no, you are not gonna get bulky from taking creatine. You're gonna have this toned look. You're gonna build muscle. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I also get it, but I did a full video on creatine, so you can go watch that. But some of the health benefits of it: improve recovery, help build muscle. It has cognitive benefits. Just go watch my video, the whole thing. But I did both Momentous and Arrae, and I didn't find a difference when I took the Arrae ones or the Momentous. Now, a couple risks though about gummy creatines you guys should know is there's been a lot of tests. People like, I think it's James Smith, like actually brought it to a lab to see, and like there's just been many of times that the gummies don't actually have the amount of creatine in them they say. And then also they're way more expensive to buy the gummy creatines. And then some people do debate they're not as effective. But at the same time, I'm kind of team gummy in the sense of like, if it's a gummy, I will take it. it is so yummy. It is so delicious. Like, this is so much more fun than the boring powder, but at the same time, you can get as much of the benefits for half the price in a better way with the powder. So it really just depends on you. I don't discriminate. If you're a gummy person, you need it because it's delicious and it'll make you take it and you're willing to pay the more, bonus. If you're like, no, I want to save the money, more effective, you get the powder. So that is up to you. But I did take it and I genuinely did enjoy it. Now these little bad boys, I've had in my closet in the supplement for a while. The Arrae Constipation and the Arrae Debloat. They work. They're not magical, but they work. You know, the constipation one has things like kiwi fruit flower, magnesium citrate, which is honestly, you can just go buy yourself some magnesium citrate and you'll probably go if you're constipated. But there is the things in it. It is a Canadian brand, so I'm biased. But yeah, a couple times I've just needed to go and they're fine. My problem with this is it says no dependency and you should just, I'm skeptical of any kind of constipation pills, but if it helps you go, and I do like the formula, once again, it's quite expensive. Be careful of things like this. You don't want to have a dependency. You don't want to be doing this every single day, but this is kind of one of those things maybe have in your pill compartment for emergencies or traveling back. This isn't a laxative. That's the thing. It's just more of like, it softens things to get it going. So it technically, is a stool softener. It falls more into that category. I'm skeptical anytime because things like this can be abused, but I don't mind it. Once again, this is several months old and it's still pretty much full. So that says something. And the Arrae debloat. I bring this on girl strips when who knows what we're eating, and it just kind of calms. It is not a miracle cure. It's not gonna make your stomach 0 to 100, things like this. You know what? You can also get benefits from this, like some peppermint tea sometimes. So I found, is this a wow product? No, but it's kind of a nice product. So it's one of those things, once again, you're spending a lot of money for just a little bit. Oof. I would debate potentially, I don't know, you could have more benefits of just trying to build up your gut microbiome from having a wide variety of prebiotic, probiotic, both foods and supplements. You want to do that so your stomach is just more inept, and then just the occasional bloating versus just like having chronic bloating and dealing with that. And then if you do have chronic bloating, you should see a doctor and get that recommended. But this is the kind of, these, like I said, a lot of these are just like fun things to have. These are not make or break your life. I think that's one of my big takeaway. You'll see with a lot of these are fun. It is the packaging. Most of these products you can get for half to a quarter of the price with a brand that's NSF certified, high quality supplements. If you do want to supplement, these are just fun marketing packaging for the most part. But I'm not against it. You just have to realize you're paying for that. You're paying for the gummy format. You're paying for the cute packaging. You're paying for all this. You're paying for the fact it came in this and not a clinical this. Like, momentous, I love you, but like, talk about the most exciting packaging, but that's kind of the point. They want to be clinical and all that. But I'm not fully against that kind of system because I think romanticize, have fun with it. And one of the things is, if the only thing that's going to get you to take creatine is that it's in cute packaging and it's yummy versus you want to take this, then I'm for it. But just, you have to realize that's what's going on. And I think that's the biggest thing is you're like, yep, I'm paying for the packaging, making it a bit more fun and all that. So I'm a bit of a hater, but also not completely. It's really up to you. You know what? Most of the stuff I will use, but what will I repurchase? When I'm in America and there's a Bloom energy drink, yeah, sometimes I'll get it. But I do like Alani better. I'm gonna be honest, I'm an Alani girl. Sorry, I'm gonna be honest. Unwell, if I'm hungover and I don't have an element pack, yeah, I'll grab an Unwell. The Saratoga water, I'll probably buy if it's there. Or I went to this like Apple event, they had it. I was like, yeah, I'll be drinking that, but probably won't spend the money on it. The Lemme products, BPN has a sleep gummy, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'll probably buy that versus it, but I will use the rest of the Lemme sleep gummies. The other ones I'll never repurchase. Arrae, it depends on my mood. Honestly, I'm more likely to buy the momentous creatine. It is more effective, but every blue moon I will be like, if I fall off, I might buy the gummies just to get me back in the habit. And I don't know if I'll have to repurchase these because I only use like one every like 4 months, so I'm gonna have these forever. Just kidding, I hope I live longer than that. Will not be buying the Andrew Huberman yerba mate. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but like, I am not wasting caffeine on something that's not carbonated and not coffee. Symbiotica, I will forever buy these activated charcoal detox, supports daily. I'm not taking a daily thing, but when I go out drinking and add this with the element, that is my hack. I don't know if it's placebo, I don't care. I'm in my 30s and I don't get hungover. Drop mic. If that doesn't sell it, I don't know what does. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know if you've tested any of these products, what your thoughts are down below. Once again, remember, most of it is marketing. You can find it a lot more affordable, but sometimes marketing's fun. I'd love to know down in the comments any other products that you guys have just been bombarded with ads from influencers or just the social media ads themselves. And I'll make sure to test those in a future video for you guys. But the most important and effective and efficient thing to just feel better and be healthier is petting dogs. Have a great day. Go pet a dog. Love you guys. Bye.